That's hysterical.
Yeah.
Golly, is that character an imp? He has.
I told you. He is the best character in the series.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome
back to Pork Chops, Rice, and Peaches. I'm Noah.
And I'm Richard.
Can you tell it's the first video of the day?
It is, and completely off the cuff, completely unscripted, and
the caffeine levels are low.
They are. Well, they are for you. I had a long car ride where I could
true.
Reload.
That is true.
And I wanted to update you on my Death Note progress.
Yes, Death Note Part 2.
This is Death Note Part 2, and unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, there'll be a Death Note Part 3, but it'll be after I finish the whole thing.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Last week...
We'll have to do a finisher.
Yeah, I had the week of weeks.
Yeah.
It was extraordinarily busy in the store. We had... over a 3-day period, we had about 1,200 people walk through the front door, which was, great for business,
Yep.
right? Bad for, it's 3 o'clock, I can watch a little Death Note. No, that wasn't happening at all. Busy all day yesterday, so I was up this morning, and I got your sister off to school, and I turned on the TV.
Yeah.
And,
Get a few more episodes in.
So The good and the bad of this series.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Light has died.
L has died.
Or L has died, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yes, L has died. Not completely unexpected. They had to do something.
Yes.
But he was a fun character.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed watching him.
Okay.
I wanted to see him win.
Mm-hmm.
And... I'm not entirely convinced that he's completely gone from this series. I then see you get this little bit of a backstory where you see this orphanage, and apparently it's an orphanage of geniuses.
Apparently,
and that the L position comes from this orphanage. And did I understand correctly that the person holding that position gets to choose their successor?
I guess.
I mean, it was kind of hinted at that.
It's kind of yes. Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so
maybe they earn it.
We have now these two new characters that are introduced, and I must be in the second half of this one season because it began with a complete recap of the first 28 episodes, which I really appreciated.
Yeah.
It brought everything into focus.
Yeah, that's good.
Right, and helped me out a great deal. I did go back and look at all of those episodes that I was confused about. Not being tired, I understood the whole thing.
Okay.
It was a brilliant manipulation of events on Light's part.
Yes.
He got it.
Yeah.
He got the whole thing. We meet then Nier. These names. God, these names. We meet Nier and the androgynous Mello. Right? And I'm looking at Mello, and it's like, this is either a chick with a 3-pack-a-day habit and a deep voice, or this is a dude, and it took me a while before I don't know. Not that I particularly cared one way or another. It was just one of those things. Was like, this is kind of annoying. But what they
appearance versus voice, doesn't quite match.
Yeah, it doesn't match. So what they've done now is what I wanted them to do with the FBI agent's brilliant girlfriend. And I don't remember if you remember that I said they killed her off too soon.
Yeah.
Right? Light had her go commit suicide. It would have been a brilliant chess match. Her versus Light at the same time, L versus Light, and see how that plays out. Mm-hmm. And now we have Mello and Nier and Light in this. So they've got the very thing that I wanted with the other character.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And so I realize we're getting close to the end of the Death Note run.
Yes.
So things should start snowballing. I'm I'm hoping.
Yes, yeah. It's... Yeah, I don't want to speak with spoilers, so you are definitely getting to the end of the run of the series.
So wait, you don't have to worry too much about spoilers because with this show, there's so much that you don't understand. I really loved the Ace Frehley look of Rem.
Okay.
And I really liked the character Rem.
Okay.
And that Rem was going to die. Yeah, it was kind of we all knew that it was going to happen. That was not particularly well hidden. But he did, and that's quite unfortunate. I would like to have seen that character go just a little bit deeper.
Okay.
But the author of this, and I have no idea who wrote this, is doing a very good job of using the characters he has to use in a way that advances the story. So I can't really complain about that. The writing is pretty good. Little soap opera-ish for me. I've never seen a cartoon soap opera before, and that's what Death Note is. Do you have a name
Sugumi Oba.
Okay.
Sugumi Oba is the pen name of a Japanese manga writer best known for authoring the Death Note manga series.
Gotcha.
Along with the illustrator Takeshi Obata.
You know what? This has been an entertaining run.
Yeah,
it really has. I'm glad for the suggestion.
Okay.
And I'd say the only
we have so many more.
Well, yeah, we do.
We have so many more.
You're giving me all of these suggestions, and we really appreciate them. And the one problem is,
time.
It's taking me down rabbit holes that's pulling me away from One Piece.
That's also yeah.
Right? It's so much easier to sit down and turn the TV on and watch one of these than it is to read one of these. And so I might have to...
we'll figure out a balance.
I might have to
balance it.
I might have to forego the reading and go to the animated One Piece. Just because I'll get it done, and I don't want everybody out there to be impatient for me to get to it.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about that. Okay.
We'll talk about that.
So I'm really looking forward to the end of Death Note. I should finish it this week.
Okay.
We might be able to do a short, recap, and then you can release yourself from your self-imposed
silence.
Yes, because I know you have a lot to say.
Oh, there's so much that I want to say in part 3.
So part 3 will be less me and more Noah.
It'll be your final thoughts on the series as a whole, with the hindsight of having finished it. You'll have that aspect of it.
I'm curious, and
any predictions?
Maybe you can help me with this. I don't know if you can or not, but this whole concept of the Death Note book and killing people in the Shinigami, is there anything like this in Western literature? And this is just just for curiosity, and but I really appreciate the fact that I've been opened up to this whole other world of storytelling. Yeah, this is a whole other world of storytelling that I've never been exposed to.
The thing that I've picked up on, and this might just be my interpretation of the Eastern versus Western media, is that the Eastern media takes a concept and that starts the story. And they know just how to write characters where they're a little bit cliched, they're a little bit stereotypical, they're a little bit predictable, but they're entertaining. They understand the concept that you have to have at least entertaining characters, otherwise even the best story is going to go to waste. You have to have entertaining characters. So, in a lot of these, Japanese stories that I've read or watched, they do take a lot of time to focus on making the characters enjoyable. And the plot, and they take a premise and they just explore that premise to like its fullest extent that they can.
That's definitely happening with Death Note.
and Western really likes to deal with themes. American, they like to deal with themes. They also kind of know that you have to have good characters, but, those can be hit or miss depending on how well the writer thinks they are at their job. They can be a little hit or miss with the characters, but they try to tell where they more focus on a story rather than using a concept to drive a plot. So, Death Note, concept. You have a notebook that kills people. All right, that's just driving the plot. It's like, all right, what can we do with this?
Yes.
Is kind of I think their approach almost. That's how it feels on the reading and watching end, on the consumer end. So I don't know, because the closest thing to anime and manga that we have over here in terms of like how far can we take a concept seems to be comic books.
Yes.
And even then, the comic books, they run out of what can we do with this character. How many times has Batman, Spider-Man, Superman, all of them been rebooted, and they have to take a character story and do a character study story,
right,
to make it refreshing.
Yes.
So.
Or the whole what if concept. What if Superman were evil?
Exactly. You know. So I don't know if we have any big equivalents to that sort of phenomenon that you mentioned. Well, to wrap this all back up.
Yeah.
Without my ADD mind going everywhere.
I wasn't thinking so much of the well, I guess I was the concept. The just, is there anything like a Death Note? But regardless, thoroughly enjoying this, and there's a little side thought. It just occurred to me while you were talking. Ryuk writes fake rules for the Death Note in the back of the book. That's hysterical.
Yeah.
Golly, is that character an imp? I
told you, he is the best character in the series.
He's like, is there any reason why we can't get away with this?
He's like, he is there. He is a troll. He is there.
He is a troll. Yes,
he is just there to see what happens. He's like, I have no stake in this. Let's fan this a little further, because otherwise I'm sitting bored in hell.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I found that highly amusing, and then watching that whole thing play out.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, when L was going to deduce that was fake. I think he was right on the edge of it. Mm-hmm. And but yeah.
You had asked, do we ever learn L's name?
Oh yeah, I did.
I'm pretty sure we never learned his name in the entirety of the series.
I saw it online.
Do they actually?
Or at least the Wikipedia page that I read.
It might have been revealed in afterwards.
Yeah, I went to it in well, it's either that or is it this was originally a manga.
It is. We actually have it up there on the shelf.
Do you really?
Yeah.
The whole thing?
Not all of it.
Oh.
Malia has a couple volumes up there.
Yeah, no, I can't find it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But I think even still, even if they don't mention it in like the progression of the story, I think that's kind of intentional, because it means that he still kind of won. That, he derived light of the satisfaction of doing it himself.
Well, he
manipulated the event.
Yes, he did.
So light had to settle.
Yes, he did.
For him just dying, and not at his hand.
And his true evil nature comes out because he just goes on a bloodbath, an international bloodbath.
Oh yeah.
The big question is, when is he going to drop the charade and just expose himself for who and what he is? His dad's gonna love that. He'll be so proud. I think I was slightly, no, not slightly. I was kind of like really annoyed that Nier is L Jr.
That's what everyone, that is everyone's complaint about that character, is that it's just, we just pulled another L out.
Exactly.
From this place,
That's right.
a.k.a. my ass. It's just platinum-haired.
Yep.
L.
Yeah. Playing with his hair rather than eating cake.
Yeah. and playing with toys.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah. It's like, and I don't know, the way he's introduced is just a little less satisfying because it just feels like they rush his introduction to establish who he is. So you're like, this doesn't feel earned. Like, we see El establish his dominance and his superior intellect early.
Yes.
With Nier, it just doesn't feel earned. But that's about as much of the gripes that I'm going to get out.
No, you know what?
As I'm going to do right now.
They did it. It's done. We move forward. Yep.
We enjoy what's good about it. We can criticize it, but it's.
I was warned repeatedly that season 2 wasn't as well written, and it starts right from that point.
Yeah.
But
if I remember correctly, the author originally planned to end it with El's death. I don't know how he would have wrapped up the storyline after that, but he was pressured into finishing by his editors and by the company.
Gotcha.
Into continuing it because it isn't insanely popular. Like several commenters were saying, this is a must watch.
Okay.
It is required reading for an anime fan. You know, it's like you gotta, you know, it's a rite of passage. That's the word that was used.
It's a rite of
passage anime. And it's because it's so simple to get into, but it's so well made.
Yes, it is.
It is.
It's
absolutely fantastic. So.
All right. So there's our episode, our
part
update.
2!
Right. And we'll probably be able to do part 3 next week.
Yeah.
I will have this finished before the week is out.
All
because
right.
now I'm just intrigued.
Well, yeah.
I'm less than 10 episodes from the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
All right.
So, thank you, everyone, so much for watching. Leave your thoughts up to episode 29-ish in the comment section below. Part 3, hopefully next week.
And, we'll get that done. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the suggestions. And we're going to keep moving forward with them.
All right, we'll see you next time.